say hi to the hyena in tonight's Serengeti Safari.
Their hysterical laughter and their feeding habits have earned them one of the worst reputations of any animal in Africa. They're said to be scavengers, loathsome, skulking beasts beneath contempt. Their presence near human habitation is believed to bring death, and their association with witches and witchcraft is legendary. They're spotted hyenas, and all in all, they have a very bad name. But do they really deserve it? This much maligned animal is found throughout most of Africa, south of the Sahara, and in particular, it thrives on the open savanna grasslands where prey is abundant. Hyenas may not be the most appealing of creatures, but they do have a more attractive side, including a very remarkable and regimented social system. It is the females that dominate hyena society. The female in front is generally slightly larger and stronger than the male, but otherwise the two sexes are almost identical. Hyenas have fearsome jaws and teeth. They're carnivores and related to the cat family, the civets and the mongooses. But over the years, they've evolved many dog-like features. If their lifestyle resembles another species, then perhaps it's the wolf. Like wolves, hyenas are really hunters, not merely scavengers, as people have thought for so long. Female hyenas have a den site where they raise their young. It's a communal den, though each female suckles only her own offspring. The half-grown hyenas wander round the den, almost as if they're waiting for something to happen. The presence of the large females at the den is vital. They protect the small cubs from attack by lions and by other hyenas too. Occasionally, male hyenas will kill the young. A male normally stays away from the den site and only approaches it very nervously. Even the cubs can make him retreat because they're backed up by the powerful matriarchs. But away from the den, males and females greet each other with a show of submission and trust, exposing the most vulnerable parts of their bodies. Hyenas are competitive animals, and gestures like these reduce aggression and give hyena society its cohesion and order. In addition to their wide range of body language, hyenas have a very large vocal repertoire. A male makes a fawning approach to a female. Courtship is rarely observed in hyenas, and their mating calls and rituals have seldom been recorded. The hyena vocalizations include more than 20 different calls. Sound is important because the animal is largely nocturnal. The best known call is the whoop, one of the classic sounds of the African night. It's a contact call that allows hyenas to keep in touch with other members of their clan. There are up to 80 hyenas in a clan. They know each other individually, and together they defend a territory of around 20 square kilometers. Every so often, members of the clan gather together and go on a border patrol along the territorial boundary. They can cover great distances with their tireless, effortless loping gait. When they move around their territory as a clan patrol, they're putting on a show of strength to intimidate neighboring clans. If they meet a hyena that isn't one of their own clan, they send it packing. This skirmish was mild, but hyenas can fight with the violence of gang warfare. They regularly kill each other during boundary patrols and disputes. The clan is protecting more than just a piece of ground. It's also safeguarding its hunting rights. Prey can be anything from a mouse to a small giraffe, but the quarry is normally wildebeest, zebra or gazelle. The clan members pause every so often along the boundary to mark particular spots with their scent and droppings. The smell from these patches is pungent, and in African folklore is thought to be the smell of oil spilt by witches. People known to be witches are said to ride hyenas at night, carrying oil lamps to light their way. Oil from the lamp spills out when the witches halt the hyenas in these areas. To protect oneself against witchcraft in Africa, the standard practice is to rub hyena flesh into small cuts on one's arms. The hours of witches and hyenas roughly coincide. Hyenas go out hunting at night between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. and then in the darkness before dawn. But like all opportunists, they'll take advantage of a situation whenever and wherever it arises. They're highly flexible in their hunting behavior. They may hunt as a pack or as individuals. A zebra foal presents a chance, but there's a mother to cope with as well. Zebras kick and bite viciously, and every hyena fears this. The hyena gives up. Perhaps it will have more luck working with the pack. In the pack, One or more hyenas usually remain on the alert. Their hearing is far more acute than our own. In poor light, their eyesight is perhaps 4 or 5 times as keen as ours, and they're very aware of what's going on the surrounding plains. The pack sets out in earnest. Now there's more than one pack member on the scene, the chances of escape are very slim. The mother wildebeest can't be everywhere at once, and the milling herds don't help. If a hyena is always ready to rush in to take an opportunity, it is equally prepared to wait all day for one to turn up. The hunters hang around a herd of buffalo which drop their calves every year in this clan's territory. A buffalo mother is a much more formidable adversary than a wildebeest, and the hyenas keep their distance, hoping that the calf will lag behind. With other adult buffaloes to help, the calf will make it back to the safety of the herd. This time, the hyena's tactics aren't successful. Hyenas spend the small hours of the night hunting, so for them, dawn is a time of relaxation. At the den, the mothers rest in the morning sun until their cubs wake up and demand attention. Hyenas don't have a fixed breeding season, and the cubs are looked after for up to 18 months. So there's a great range of size and age among the young hyenas at the den. A hyena is born with its eyes open and weighs around 1.5 kilograms. The spotted coat doesn't develop for a few weeks, and the cubs spend much of that time underground in a series of burrows, often previously occupied by aardvarks. They stay in the protection of the holes whilst their mothers are away hunting. Hyenas usually have twins. Quite why they're born with black coats isn't known. It may be to camouflage them against the dark earth below ground, or it may be that black inhibits aggression from adults. The cubs live exclusively on a diet of milk. Their teeth have already erupted, but they're seldom brought meat at the den. As soon as the cubs are 3 to 4 weeks old, they spend more time on the surface with the others. Like all young carnivores, they're highly inquisitive. They'll soon identify all the members in the group by smell, sight and sound. An aardvark is digging nearby. Aardvarks always choose dry sites for their dens. This is one of the reasons hyenas often use their old burrows for their cubs. Older youngsters start to accompany the adults, especially when the clan scavenges from a kill close by. The lions have killed a zebra during the night. Although the pride has had its fill, it is always reluctant to leave any meat to hyenas. Lions and hyenas have always been competitors in the thousands of years that the two species have hunted on the African savanna. The hyenas are in a high state of excitement, impatient to get the leftovers and yet intimidated by the opposition. The clan is trying to collectively sum up the courage to move in and take over the lion's kill. Most predators prey on different species so that they don't compete. But lions and hyenas have very similar tastes. Lions will kill hyenas if they get the chance, so the hyenas are always wary. There's very little left on the carcass, but the lionesses are not going to relinquish it just yet. The hyenas are finally too much for a single lioness to contend with. Hyenas demolish a carcass with great speed. A skeleton is dismembered in minutes. It's easy to see how hyenas have earned their reputation as scavengers, for they do scavenge regularly in daylight hours. It was only when scientists studied hyenas at night that it was realized they hunted for 80% of their food. In fact, lions often scavenge from them. Their cheek teeth can break through even a buffalo's thigh bone, and the hyena's digestive system is fully equal to its unusual taste for bone. Two lions from rival prides have met at the kill. When rival lions fight, one seldom kills the other, as they're evenly matched. But if a lion catches a hyena, it kills it immediately. Lions seem to have an antipathy for hyenas. The victim is left for the true scavengers, the vultures, to pick clean. The clan has one member less, but back at the den, the new generation is growing fast. These cubs are over 6 months old, and the spotted fur of the adult has replaced the black fur of infancy, but they're still suckling their mother's milk. Once a year, in August, the clan's territory is visited by the migration of wildebeest. They come to eat the crop of red oat grass that grows here. The hyenas are in no hurry to hunt. There'll be thousands of wildebeest coming through, and they can take their time. They move amongst the herds, watching for some sign of weakness. Then they run right amongst the wildebeest to create a panic and cause the slowest individuals to reveal themselves. A wildebeest calf meets its end and is shared out by the clan. In this case, the hyenas feed on the kill with a minimum of aggression, for they're already well fed from previous kills. The youngsters stay at the den, waiting for the adult's return. At a year old, these two cubs are being slowly weaned. They're starting to feed on carcasses with the adults, but they won't hunt until they're fully grown in a few months' time. Hyena mothers are among the most devoted and long-suffering parents in the mammal world. This is one of the keys to the success of the spotted hyena as a species. Another reason is their highly competitive and yet cooperative society, where aggression is tempered by appeasement. Hyena cubs learn the basics of behavior in the den. Later, they'll experience the discipline of the clan system, which defends the resources of the territory against other groups. The final element of their success is their ability to operate both on their own and as part of a group. There are several parallels between hyena and human society, and studying their complex lifestyle may even throw more light on our own. If we think that hyenas are little more than ghoulish scavengers to be dismissed along with witches and witchcraft, then maybe it's the hyenas who should have the last laugh.
Well, also low in the popularity stakes along with the hyena is the jackal, and it'll be his day tomorrow. We'll meet him in another Serengeti.